Hello, agentpreneurs, and welcome to episode 43 of the Daily List Report. We've got an exciting show for you today. We've got Ryan Terrigno, our Director of Product Management, who's coming on, and he's going to talk to you all about ListReports Live and how you can adapt to the changes that are happening in the market and the world right now today. If you didn't watch yesterday, you missed Omri Friedel coming on, and Omri is our head of finance, and he gave an amazing update about the Paycheck Protection Program. His first PPP episode was one of our most popular ever, so if you've taken advantage of that program and you've gotten the loans, you're going to learn a lot of information about forgiveness and what comes next and all sorts of great knowledge, so make sure you check out that video. It's on our YouTube channel right here. If you aren't going to YouTube, you should go there. If you like it, you should subscribe. Every episode of this show is available on our YouTube channel right there for you. Very convenient. You can watch it anytime, anywhere. All right. So here's what we're going to do today. Without further ado, I'm actually going to bring on Ryan Terrigno. Ryan, why don't you say hello to the agentpreneurs of ListReports for today?
Hello, once again, agentpreneurs. It is so very great to be here.
You are a familiar face, and I'll look forward to some moment where you jab me along the way here, right? You throw me some crazy curveball.
I look forward to it. I've been planning it the entire long weekend, Randy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Ryan, for weeks now, right? This is week 9 of this show, right? We've been talking about this move to virtual. We've been talking about some of the products that we're developing, ListReports Live being really a big part of that, right? And this idea that the world that we're moving into is going to allow agents a tremendous amount of flexibility and control over their schedule and their daily lives. And we actually think that some really good things are going to come out of this. So if you don't mind, just take a quick moment and talk about what is ListReports Live, what is it today, and sort of where are we headed with it?
Absolutely. So, as everyone in the world, as things started to change a couple months ago, ListReports realized we needed to adapt and make sure we were allowing our agents and our loan officers the ability to adapt along with us, by making sure they had the tools that they needed to carry on business and continue as things were shutting down, as all of a sudden they couldn't go to their offices. They couldn't meet with their clients in person or take them through open houses or private showings. So tools were very important to carry on business as usual. And so ListReports jumped to the task and made sure we produced a few items that allowed them to do that. ListReports Live is a multi-pronged tool that is highly valuable as is and is going to continue to evolve. At the moment in time, right now in the ListReports product, agents have themselves a virtual meeting room solution that's, a la Zoom or Google Hangouts, things that they can use to meet with their clients directly from their ListReports account. Additionally, we are currently in progress on a virtual open house solution. And it's going to be entirely new and something entirely different that's not just me pointing a camera at myself and walking through a home. It's going to be an entirely new solution that is highly immersive for myself and my clients and allows me to carry on business, show, and hopefully sell that home. And over time, ListReports Live is going to continue to handle additional virtual use cases for agents, to help them run their day-to-day business, such as listing presentations, and just additional private showings for their clients. And the sky's the limit because, just like we're working from home right now, Randy, that's going to continue for a lot of people and a lot of businesses, maybe even on when COVID is all done. People are going to change the way they do business, and virtual is going to be the wave of the future. We want to be right there along with them.
Absolutely. And look, let's be honest, right? We as a company have already made that decision. We've told all of our, 80 plus employees, we've said, you can work from anywhere, right? We have seen tremendous gains in productivity, but also just general happiness, right? People are largely speaking enjoying working from home. And so that's, we're at home here, right, Ryan, as we have been for the last now 9 weeks, but that's likely to continue for a lot of us.
That's exactly right.
One of the things that was really interesting is last week we had our Stand and Salute Extreme Ownership Week, right? Capped off on Friday with Jocko Willink coming on the show. It was a really great week. But episode 37, and that's available on our YouTube channel, we had a guest on. Her name was Mary Maloney. Mary Maloney is a top agent. She's a Navy vet. She's in the San Diego area. And she said something that I will just never forget, right? She said, you know what? She said, last week I had 3 listing presentations back to back to back, all over a video conferencing tool, 30 minutes each, and she closed all 3 of those deals. And here's what I think is important about that, Ryan. The consumer is now accepting of this idea and has seen the benefits of virtual, right? So whereas in the past, I think an agent might be reticent to say to a client, hey, instead of me coming over to your house for a listing presentation, right, why don't we hop on a video call, right? That might feel disrespectful, right? What, I'm not important enough for you to come to my house? But, Mary was like, it would have taken me hours to get ready, drive, go do that listing presentation. And now in 90 minutes, I knocked out 3 of them. I got all 3 deals, and everyone's the better for it, right? The client obviously said yes to this. And so, Ryan, that's the future that we see and that we believe in, right? That's what we're trying to enable here.
That's absolutely right. Consumers might even start preferring this kind of interaction, right? Whereas, like you said, I might have been offended as a consumer in the past prior to all this, but it's such the norm now. All of us, even if we're not on business video calls, we are now on video calls with our families and friends far more than ever, and so it is just business as usual at this point. And an agent having tools to allow them to do that and allow them to do that better than they can today is where we are trying to get to with the ListReports product. And we're so excited about what we're going to be putting out into the future, allowing to impact our agents.
Absolutely, 100%. So, Ryan, with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you drive here a bit, and I'm going to let you, as you always do very well, I'm going to let you take our audience and our agents out there through some of these great tools that we have and that are coming out real soon.
Excellent. Can't wait. All right. Well, that means I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, Randy, can you see my screen? Are we in the ListReports dashboard?
We absolutely are. I have got it side by side right now.
Perfect. All right. So what we are looking at right now is a tab that is available right now in the ListReports dashboard on your account. This is the ListReports Live tab. And you'll see here, there's a couple different options, but we're going to start here with the first tab called your meeting room. So thousands of our agents have already been utilizing this on a daily basis to help them drive their business and hold meeting with clients and colleagues. But just want to quick show you just how dead simple this is to utilize. So we're asking you the question here, what would you like to do? Well, I would like to use my virtual meeting room. It's as easy as copying my link and texting or emailing that to a client or colleague, or I can send it via email very, very easily. And really, that's all there is to it. If I press start my meeting, it opens up my branded virtual conference room. So this is something that we're very, very excited about. Okay, so what you're seeing here is your own virtual conference room. So what you're looking at right here is your own personal branding. This here's Allison, agent from Acme Realty, but this is going to be your headshot and your contact information. So any of your clients or colleagues who you invite into your virtual meeting room are going to see your information here. So it's just helping you build your brand and making sure people have easy access to your contact details within your virtual conference room experience. And outside of that, the controls and everything you have available are pretty dead simple to use. If you're looking to share a listing presentation, PowerPoint presentation, you've got your screen share option here. You can chat right here with the members of your team or your clients, whomever you're speaking to. But it's very, very simple to use. So we encourage you to invite your clients, colleagues, hold your meetings, whatever you'd like. It's so simple to use, and it's available to you right now. It's free. There is no time limit to how long you can use this meeting. If you leave it alone for about an hour, we will ask you if you're still using it, just like Netflix does, but there is no limit to how long you can use this thing. So we encourage you, go ahead and hold your meetings through your ListReports Live virtual conference room. All right, so that is super simple. That is your meeting room. But as I mentioned, we are also working on a virtual open house solution. And it's pretty great what we're doing here. Again, like I mentioned, it's not just pointing your phone at yourself as you walk through a house. We are giving you something different to help you stand out. And we are going to allow you to create very simply, within about 30, 45 seconds, an entire presentation to walk potential home buyers through a virtual open house experience. So just like you chose your meeting room, we asked, what would you like to do? And I chose, I would like to schedule a digital open house. Great. Well, I have my active listings here on my ListReports account. So I'm going to choose my Dana Point address. And what you see here is going to be this really, really attractive, essentially share cover image. So if I were to share this event to clients, to my sphere on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever I might do it, this is the image that's going to show up. It's very, very attractive. It's going to get people to make sure they see it and click on your experience. But I want to keep going through this setup process just so you see how quick and easy it really is. So I've selected my listing. So all I do now is choose my date. I'm going to hold it on Friday the 29th, and I'd like to do it at about 12:30 p.m. Your fourth option here, we're asking you to choose a home type. So our virtual open house experience is primed and ready right now for agents who are already using virtual tour experiences, maybe like a Matterport or something you might be using through that you recorded on a video. So we give you some options here. You can choose to select to utilize your Matterport, or you can utilize a YouTube link, Wistia, a Vimeo video link, or you can actually upload your own video file if you'd like. The option I'm going to choose right now, choose report URL, already saved. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it right in here. And we ask you to select 3 frequently asked questions for your listing. Now, these might seem out of context right now, but I'm going to show you in just a moment what these all mean. So during your presentation, we want to make sure you're able to set yourself up for some very, very simple softball questions that really shine a light on some of the valuable and best aspects of your listing to make sure you keep the conversation moving in a positive direction with the clientele that might be on the call. So you've got a lot of preset questions you can set up in your presentation that we've laid out for you. Like, how big is the lot? Are the floors hardwood? What is the parking situation? So I'm going to choose some of these preset ones. Does the fireplace work? But you also have this option down here where you can add new. So if you know something very specific and unique about your listing, you can type in your question right here. I'm going to type in something very simple and silly right now. Where's Ryan? The great thing is that question is going to be saved to your account. So later on, if you want to hold several virtual open houses for this listing, you can come back and find that question right there in your list. So that's it. Those 5 steps, I have now essentially set up and scheduled my virtual open house experience. So I'm going to click Save, confirm my details here. And at this point in time, my event is now scheduled. So I want to tell you what that means. I'm at the point now where you see it's coming up in 3 days, 3 hours. I have several share options here. So we want to make sure that you can get this thing out into the world, make sure people know about it, make sure people actually can register to attend. Because we'll get to a moment, one thing that really differentiates the virtual open house experience is the ability to lead capture, which is something that a lot of virtual open house solutions currently do not allow for. So we've created this really great caption for you to use on social media. And I'm going to go ahead and click here to copy it in one click. And I want to share my event on Facebook. So I'm going to show you what that does here. It's going to take me to my Facebook share modal that we're all pretty familiar with. I'm going to paste that caption that's pre-written. All the information is there. The link is there. And I'm going to share to Facebook. And that's it. I have shared the event to Facebook. And the great thing is now anyone who sees that on my feed, anyone in my sphere of influence, when they click on that event, they are going to be taken to a very attractive registration page like this, where they can get more information on this home, on the event. Your information is branded here. And all they have to do to register is give their name, email, and phone. And at the point in which they click register, you are going to be notified of that lead. So you have now captured the consumer as a lead. That information is going to be emailed to you, and it's going to be stored in your ListReports account in the My Leads section. And another great thing that we're going to do with our virtual open house experience is we are going to handle the communication with your attendees for you. So as a consumer, as I just registered, I just received a confirmation email that's branded with your information and gives me the information on when the event is. On the day of the event, I'm also going to receive a reminder email branded with your information and a quick link to join the experience. So it's going to be very, very easy for the consumer to remember and thus join your video experience on the day of the event. And after the experience, when it's all over, we're going to give the consumer one more email, essentially thanking them on your behalf and making sure they have your contact information and further information about the home if they want to speak to you about it further. So that's how we're going to help you grab attendees, promote your virtual open house, and capture those leads. Now, I keep talking about this differentiated experience. So what is this? I want to go ahead and show you that right now. So in my event, this is my digital open house experience. All I have to do on the day of the meeting is come in here, press start meeting. But we're also going to be sending you similar emails that we send the consumers. We're going to make sure that we send you a confirmation email when you schedule this event. And about 20 minutes before your event on the day of, we're going to send you a reminder email that gives you the access button to quickly jump into your experience, which we encourage all our agents to do. Get in there early and make sure you're all primed and ready for when your attendees do start showing up. So if I were to click the start meeting, it would open up this video meeting room, not unlike the meeting room experience I just showed you. This is branded with your information, your headshot, but now it says welcome to my open house instead of virtual meeting room. And what's really great here is with those 5 steps I took you through, where you chose your frequently asked questions, where you put in your Matterport link, we created an entire presentation for you that you're going to be able to share with your attendees on this virtual open house video meeting. So with those few clicks, this is the presentation you have created. We've given you all of the information, the general stats about the home, the photo. And this is a quick agenda. This is going to set you up to prime your attendees on how this presentation is going to go. And really, it's as simple if you've worked a PowerPoint presentation in the past, it's really no different as far as views. So you can just scroll through the pages. We're going to give you this listing page that you can utilize, which if you're familiar with our List Packs product, you're very familiar with this page. And what we really recommend is utilize that allow you to detail all of the amenities nearby the home. Really lets you show off the neighborhood. So you can click right in here. We're going to show you a map, and you're going to see here that there's some coffee shops within 1.1 miles. Well, we're going to show you exactly which coffee shops. There's dry cleaners within 1.3 miles. We're going to show you those dry cleaners, and so on and so on. You've got your schools, your school ratings. So this is a great opportunity for you to run through and show everyone all of the great amenities within that neighborhood surrounding your home. Additionally, let's get back to your presentation. So as we keep moving through your presentation, you put in your Matterport link. We've given that to you right in your presentation. So this gives you a fantastic opportunity to take your attendees through that actual virtual tour of the home. You can walk through the home, show them all of the great aspects of that property, answer all of their questions as if you were actually in that home. And it's a fantastic opportunity. And this is, if you had given us a YouTube link instead, this is where that would show up, and you could play your video and make sure you speak through it and answer any questions your attendees may have. So once you're done with the free virtual tour portion of your presentation, you can get to those frequently asked questions. Again, this was your opportunity to set yourself up with some real easy softball questions that really highlight aspects of your neighborhood. Is this a home in Los Angeles where there's no parking? Maybe you ask what's the parking situation. Maybe this property actually has a driveway, actually has great parking. That's an excellent opportunity to use this question to highlight that in case nobody asked. Same thing. Does this fireplace work? You bet it does. It's a giant grand fireplace. It's the centerpiece of the living room. You know, great for holidays. And this silly question I put in, this was your opportunity to enter a custom question, right?
I ask that question every day, Ryan, every day.
That's right. It's so true. So you probably won't be asking, where's Ryan? But it's anything unique that you want to set up for yourself about this property. Anything that's highly valuable, that's really a great aspect of your home. This is your chance right here. So this will be carrying on the conversation outside of your virtual tour, outside of the neighborhood conversation. And after this, we actually kind of bring the presentation to a close. We bring it back to the property stats. We thank your attendees. We give you next steps. We're going to tell your attendees to check your inbox because, as I mentioned, you're going to get a follow-up email with the information on this home, with information with your contact details. We invite you to browse the listing because that email is going to have a link to a property website to browse more information on the listing on the attendee's own time. And of course, a CTA, a call to action. Call, text, or email me. We want to make sure that if we've all done our jobs right, that everyone on that call wants to purchase this $15 million home on the beach, and they're going to get in touch with you right away.
Ryan?
Because why not? And if we got this little button here, if you want to jump back into the beginning of the listing, you can totally do that right here, and you're now back at the front of that listing. So before I close up shop on the virtual open house portion of this, I just want to show you, as I mentioned, it's as easy as pressing start meeting. You're going to be going into your video experience where, again, it's as simple as, turning on your video. But to share that presentation I just showed you, I clicked a sample of it from right here. So you can totally do that before you're live with your attendees. You can see what you've created. But if you're actually in the experience, you've got this button, you've got your screen share, where this just lets you do a generic share. But we wanted to make sure it was very, very easy for you to find that presentation that you've generated. So you've got this other button called Present. And essentially, it's as easy as this. If you're in Chrome, which we do highly recommend, Chrome's going to give you the best experience as far as browsers go. You just click your Chrome tab button, and we've got this tab here called ListReports Live, Present Me. We've even given you the little emoji pointing it out for you. So once you click that, you notice that you are now sharing this tab to live@listreports.com, and you notice this little recording item right here. So you are now sharing this presentation with all of your attendees on your video conference, and we are going to record this for you. And so once this whole thing is said and done, and you're ready to stop this recording, the browser is going to ask you, do you want to keep this recording? If you were just testing it out, if you made a lot of mistakes, as we all do sometimes, maybe you don't need the recording, you click discard. But if you click keep, it's actually going to store it to this event in your virtual open house dashboard here on your ListReports account, where you can actually utilize this on your scheduled tab, where all of your scheduled events will appear. You can just go to past events, and you will have a watch recording button right here, where you can go and utilize that recording for whatever you may like. If you want to share it with your attendees, maybe someone registered but couldn't attend, something came up, but they still want to see your presentation, you can go ahead and grab the link to that recording and send it right over to them via text or email. So that about wraps it up, Randy. That's the ListReports Live experience right now. That is your virtual meeting room, and that is our virtual open house experience. Virtual meeting room is available to you right now.
Yes,
it is free. Thousands of agents are using it every single day. The virtual open house experience is available right now to a very a small group of pilot users that we're working out some of the kinks, making sure that it's as best and as good as it can be. And it will be available to our agent user base in the very near future. We're working day and night to make sure this thing is great and it is available as soon as we possibly can.
Absolutely. And Ryan, one of the interesting things about that recorded content, because I wonder if some people watching are saying, well, why would I want to record this content? Yeah, maybe somebody didn't show up and I can send it to them. But it's our belief that that recorded content is great content for you to build your brand, right? So actually putting a recorded version of the virtual or digital open house out onto Facebook, onto YouTube, whatever, gives additional opportunities for discovery and engagement with who you are. So we actually, even with this show, right, most of our viewership happens afterwards, right? So we see this as an opportunity for you to engage people in real time and then to actually have an asset that you've produced that can go out into the wild and continue to drive brand awareness and traffic and hopefully lead generation for you as well. Ryan, thank you for that. It was great. I mean, it really is simple. Watching you go through it, you click 5 different things and you schedule it and you're done. And we're handling all of the emails and the lead capture and the reminders and all of that stuff. You don't even have to think about it. You just have to get ready, sit in front of your computer and give your tour. It's that simple, right, Ryan?
That's exactly right. You might have spent 30 to 45 seconds to set this event up in your ListReports account, but we handle the communication, the lead capture. All you got to do is the day of, jump on that presentation and just shine to all your attendees. And make sure you sell that house.
That's right, absolutely. And don't forget, you have your live chat room, right? That's available to you right now. You can be having all of your meetings on it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. There's no cap on the time. So you can have all of your one-on-one or your group discussions right there on ListReports Live today. Ryan,
That's
as
exactly right.
always, yes, thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your expertise and your passion for the products that we build with our users.
You're very welcome. Myself and my Mickey Mouse mug. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh, that's a great mug. I love that. Actually, sorry, because my coffee cups are dirty. I have a Mickey Mouse. I have my coffee in a Mickey Mouse tumbler. This was definitely not planned.
This
So,
was
cheers,
not
Ryan.
planned, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome. All right, and we'll talk to you real soon, I'm sure.
Thanks, guys.
All right, everybody. That was a great overview. Again, get on this. Use these tools. Use these technologies. They're available to you right now. They cost you nothing. And we think that this is how business is going to be done in the future. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got Eric Mitchell coming on board. Eric is EVP at Gold Star Mortgage, and he's been our go-to to give us an update on what's happening in the mortgage world. And then on Friday, I've got my co-host Wasal from last week coming back on, and we're going to cherry pick the best highlights from Stand and Salute last week, and we're going to share those with you. Sort of a week of content condensed into one really interesting show. So until then, be safe, be healthy, be happy, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.